Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. And today I feel pretty blissed out. I feel pretty good today. It's 28th of December, about 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, and you know, I slept good and I woke up. Not a lot of people. There's about 1 million people probably didn't wake up today, so for that I am grateful. My soul sack, yeah, the energy is broke finally from this last headache migraine I had, so I have a day of reprieve, and for that I am grateful. Everybody's mom's warm and cozy in the living room watching her NCIS. She's always watched the crime shows, maybe that's why I always like to figure things out. Nah, probably because I'm a Scorpio moon, that's probably why I like to watch right along with her. Anyway, I was listening to I got a chance to be conscious and start my day off conscious. I'm really trying not to have any part of anger. That is my life goal. That is what I'm here to learn to do. My biggest life lesson is not to be in the vibration of anger, even in circumstances where it's justified, man, and the world is creating it. But the thing is my peace has to be bigger than my dissidence, my dis-ease, or it's gonna make me sick. And I got a lot of things I'd like to do and a lot of places I'd like to see. So I'd like to maintain my optimal. I just want to be as healthy as I could be. Is all. I was gonna try and make it rhyme there, in my mind I was doing it, but my mouth just wasn't gonna cooperate. So we'll leave it there. I hope this music isn't audible. I like hearing it, but I don't want nobody else to have to hear it. Anyway, who is this? Luke Graham? Lucas Graham. He's pretty cool. Um, so I was listening to catching up. So sometimes when I don't feel like I'm ready to get up, then it's not. Then everyone's nervous and frantic when we get up. But today I was just kept my energy low and chill, and it was a smooth morning. And so and mom got up early, and I revisited an old guru, Satguru. um I went and visited him. I saw him up in Seattle in 2016 December, around this time. This is shortly after I moved here. And I don't know, it was and I don't want to get into the story too much. I listened to him for quite a while. I'd listen because I'm always listening to spiritual stuff. I've been just studying human nature since birth. That's all I do, is I just witness human nature. And for a long time I kept real quiet, but once I found my voice, man, I became much more reactionary. Once I started drinking, then forget it. There's no filter at all. And then, you know, but since I moved here, I got quiet again, and I got to be more of a student, and less of the, listen to me, I'm your teacher. I know what I'm talking about. And I can still dip into that vibe if I'm not careful. So, when I went up, I listened to him about a year before I went up and saw him in Seattle, and listened to his talk, and his talk was just everything that I had heard for the previous year. It was just in real life, and I understand the importance of being in the same space with certain vibrational frequencies and things, and making connections. So I don't just feel like I connected with him, but I feel like I connected with every person that he's ever sat in the room with, too. So that's kind of how I look at people. They're just a sum total of every vibe they've ever been in. Different collective consciousness. And then we all branch out into the same one. We're all connected. So it's kind of how I look at things. But so I had listened to him in a couple years. I've been listening to other teachers, and lately I haven't really been able to tune into a lot. I mean, I like the ladies a lot right now. The Adrienne Elise's, the Maja astrology. I don't, I've never said her name, and I don't want to mispronounce it. I like the Molly McCord's, you know, um, K, she's cool. So I'm doing a lot of verbal pauses today. What's that about, Marge? So I revisited the Satguru and I listened to a talk about, he was talking about anger, and he said a lot of things, but the one thing that freaking hit me like a broom upside my head, like an old broom, an old wicker broom, just did you get that? Here, let me say it again. There are no good or bad people. There are only joyful or miserable people. That's it. That's it. I have this freaking dark light, you know, this, and that's the polarized, vaporized now for me. You know, so when I show up like a freaking jerk, I'm showing the world I'm not a joyful person. I'm a miserable person. When I show up, you know, and when I meet people that are freaking just, I don't really people in the world to me are just people in the world. There's very few people that like will stop and engage with me, and those are the ones who are cool. It's the older ladies. Yeah, I was dancing because I dance walk when I dwalk. Dance walk dwalk because I'm a dork. I'm a dork. I'm such a dork. That's right. So I was like, you know, waiting in line, and I was dance walking. I've had people stop me and ask me what I listen to, and I got an earphone that my earphones flip around. I think they're close to the end of their shelf life, though. I think they're dying. I'll hang on to them as long as I can, but when quality of sound starts to be impeded, we might revisit a new. Put that on a wish list somewhere. See what the world will bring me. But one of these flips around, so I can just bloop, and you know, and they listen, and you know. But most people are just people, you know. Just like when I go to concerts, it's like a bunch of freaking. They're just, I don't know. Unless I just look at people as the ones that you're supposed to know cross your path, you know. And I got skittish. I did. I got skittish. I got when I moved out here and everything went topsy-turvy, and because everything had always gone how I had planned. Everything, even the move out here, like went off with a hitch. But then as soon as I got here, things just freaking stopped going. My will just, nothing I did would pan out. And then I got quiet, and I started drinking again. Or I found astrology, started drinking again. Found astrology. Got delved. Not when I say found astrology, I had my first birth chart done when on parchment paper when I was born. I've always been a student of astrology. I delved into it because I had nothing but time. I couldn't get a job. So, when that life shift happened and I got to get quiet, you know, and really start to delve into, because when I was drinking, it gave me when I started drinking again, it gave me a different understanding about vibration and things like that. And I listened to Carl Jung talks and things like that. Thank goodness it only took me about 8 months to learn that lesson, you know, and that is just not for, and it will kill me. I understand that it will. It's like I'm real sensitive to anything that I put into my body. I always have. It's my Addison's condition, disease. Addison's disease. It's Marge's disease. You know, I'm so sensitive. That's why I'm always picking up on everything. That's why I'm like, you know, I notice people's fidgets. I'm like an esoteric Sherlock, yeah. You know, because I'm wound tight. Because I've been in a lot of freaking serious, dangerous situations from a child. And then I see all these all these people going, oh, first responders and your trauma. I'm like, then quit your job and go do something else. You know, the stuff that I saw, I didn't choose it. I don't care what people say. You choose your incarnation. I didn't no, there's no freaking storyline that I freaking chose to be freaking molested, raped as a baby. There isn't one that I'm not gonna even buy into that. So, or had the other terrible things that had happened to me. No. Or the things that I just witnessed, you know, just witnessed. Not just my abuse, but the abuse of my mother and by the hands of several men. So all this did, though, what all of those freaking horrific experiences did is I collect data on the personalities and the traits and the mannerisms of every single freaking marauder, ever single dastardly, not just dude, because a lot of freaking, we've been robbed by women, that were our friends, and people that, it's always the ones that get close that take the biggest advantage of you. That you gotta be careful. So now, I've collected data for 45 years, and I could pretty much size anybody up in an instant. Yeah, yeah, if they want to play that game. We'll have a brief conversation. I can tell you all about you. Why? Because I am painfully aware of myself, and I've witnessed a lot of life experience. Mostly people haven't really been through a whole lot. Yeah, grandparents die, parents die, but trauma, that is not a realm that a vibrational frequency that I would say everybody on the planet has experienced. I don't know the percentage on that one, and I'm not even going to try, but I can tell you that it's becoming more because people are having to deal with traumas that they never thought that they would. There's more and more people, that have been misplaced because of freaking made up war conflicts. So there's puddles of people in Europe, and then there's more and more homeless people all over the United States for, man-made or nature-made fires, floods, greed, because people want to buy up all the debt prime property and freaking sell it for, and it's none of this stuff is even, money's not real. Nobody can own property. It's just all this stuff is just like, come on, man. How come there's never been a peace on earth? Why are there just songs about it? Because people need too much stuff outside to make themselves feel good, and what they're finding out in this whole X year is finding what can you live without and still be happy. A lot of people can't live without creature comfort, so they're going to be checking out. A lot of people are. And that's their soul's path. And, well, I'm going kind of long, so I think that's about all I got for now. So now I get to keep in mind what representation I want to show up in life as. Joyful or miserable. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.